Eric, I don't know if you guys have heard about this thing called FOMO. It's the fear of missing out, and I certainly don't want to be doing that, so I'm going to try and get onto one of these tubes. I should let you know I'm a big klutz, so hopefully this works out, but how do I do this? Chris, can you help me? Chris is going to come over. Okay. All right. Ready? Hold on. Oh, God. All right. We're part of the kick on Karen Lee, News 12 New Jersey. Oh, my God!
She's a riot. I love her.
Oh, man.
Go, Karen!
So wish we were out there today.
Now, Karen?
Well, Brian and Roxanne, all day long, people have been coming here, comforting each other, just staring at the building that they knew for decades. But all of the people that we spoke with vow that they're going to stay together, especially during this Holy Week. Brian Stabile began his life at the First Presbyterian Church. He was baptized here. 31 years later, he's still here.
Got married here. My brothers got baptized here. My son was baptized here.
So it's understandable why some tears managed to escape.
It's not about the church, it's about the congregation, and Rich has done a really good job of bringing everyone together.
That being said, though, you can't help but feel a little emotional.
Yes, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like losing your home, but your family is still here.
Still no word on what caused the Tuesday night fire that destroyed the sanctuary of a church that dates back to the 1800s. Officials don't believe it was suspicious. There were minor renovations going on, but the pastor says there was no work being done yesterday. This, of course, is Holy Week with Good Friday and then Easter right around the corner with no place to have service. So many people in the community have already reached out to help.
When one house of worship is on fire, really everyone who is a person of faith really feels that intimately in their heart.
Wherever they go, it'll be collectively as a group.
We could go to other churches, but this is a time where we have to be together.
The message of resurrection resounding loudly as well.
We will not only continue to worship as a congregation, we will be worshiping on that footprint soon. I don't know when that is. We will be on this site.
Local synagogues have reached out to the church as well as other interfaith communities. Also, Bergen Pack offering their space for Easter service. The pastor tells us he should be able to make a decision by the end of tomorrow. Reporting in Englewood, Karen Lee, News 12, New Jersey. Well, Brian, there's remnants of police tape like this still around this area, but what a scene it was last night. We're told not only was the man shot taken to the hospital, but his grandmother faded, and neighbors tell us that the police officer, one of the police officers, was so traumatized he collapsed.
Not for any mom to ever see their child in that state, ever.
Kelly Seward spoke only to News 12 New Jersey as her 23-year-old son recovers in the hospital. He is expected to survive after getting shot at least 4 times by a Butler police officer. Seward tells us her son has damage to his liver, lungs, stomach, and had to have his gallbladder removed. He can't talk because of his respirator, but nods when his mother speaks to him.
Just that I love you, and we're here for him, and that's it. And everybody should just be praying for him and not worrying about the negative or the mistakes he made in his life.
Seward won't comment on why her son was running from police, but says moments after he reached his grandparents' home, officers busted the door down.
He was climbing out of the window to get away, and they shot him repeatedly.
A neighbor who asked not to be identified says the street erupted into chaos, and the officer who fired was badly shaken as well.
He was laying on the floor too, on the ground, and the other cops were consoling.
Seward says reports that her son pointed a weapon at the cop are untrue.
He was running away from the confrontation, and I just think that, again, they were just labeling him because of past experiences.
She admits her son had been in trouble before and says recently he had tried to get into a drug detox center twice to no avail.
Well, we're trying to help him, and everybody turned their back on him.
Now, we should point out police may have a much different story, but right now they can't speak because the case is being handled by the Morris County Prosecutor's Office. They, in turn, are working with the Sheriff's Office and consulting with the State Attorney General on this as well. Reporting in Butler, Karen Lee, News 12 New Jersey. Well, guys, we are at the center of the madness, the excitement. You can see one of the entrances to Central Park. Now, there are two types of crowds here. Those that are getting in, that would be the 80,000 lucky New Yorkers who won tickets from that lotto system. And then you have everybody else. Now, if you're not part of that lucky 80,000, it's going to be very difficult to see the Pope. They've erected an 8-foot-tall fence just for this. And then all along Central Park West, there's dump trucks and different barriers that are blocking people's views. But people here at Columbus Circle, they may get a sliver of a chance. I'm going to get to that in just a second and tell you why. But here is the Pope's schedule. At 5 o'clock, he's going to enter at East 72nd. He then crosses over to the west side, and then he'll drive down from 72nd to 60th and exit at Central Park South on 7th Avenue, which is where we are right now. So all of these people standing around hoping just to get a chance of that motorcade. And honestly, even if they don't, it doesn't seem like these people are going to mind. They're just kind of want to breathe in the same air as Pope Francis. And there's certainly several ways to get in on the fun. People are snatching up flags, t-shirts, buttons, keychains, anything that has the Pope's name or face on it. People are snatching up by the hordes. But the crowds that are supposed to get into Central Park, they have to be in by 3:30. The rest of us, we will just wait out here for the chance of seeing the Pope. But that's the latest here from Columbus Circle. For now, we will send it back to you guys.
All right, Karen, thank you. We'll check back in a little while and stay with News 12.